Hey everyone. Okay, third time's a charm. Let's try this again. I want to welcome you guys to my DVD Blu-ray update for today, February 4th, 2014. I tried to do this last night, but decided to kind of... I tried to do this last night or the other night, and looked at it and decided that I'll try it again. Then earlier today, tried it for a second time, and then realized, now I just realized, oops, I forgot a few DVDs. So, third time's a charm, you know. Third time's a charm. But anyway, and it's a little easier. It allowed me to get some of the plastic off some of the new stuff I got. But anyway, let's take a look at what's been added to this collection for me and my mom, for me and my family, I should say. Let's first of all start with my mom here. And we'll start with the DVDs. Well, actually, we'll just start with the DVDs in general on both sides. First, we have, from my mom, she bought this. Here's what's funny about this. The one thing about Walmart, no matter what Walmart you may go to, they're always going to have those $5 bins. And I know a lot of stores have them. They have $5 or $7 bins, whatever you want to call them. And she liked this movie. Now, originally, I had recorded this movie for her back when I had my ILO DVD recorder. I had recorded this. Excuse me, easy for me to say. I had recorded this back when I had my ILO DVD recorder on this DVD right here. And unfortunately, the problem with my ILO DVD recorder was that anytime I tried to record DVD to DVD, it would give me this airy sound. It would give me this... Well, not that loud, but it was more like a background kind of thing. It was more kind of thing in the back. And I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with this? And, you know, I'm thinking, why is it doing this? Because I've noticed it doesn't do that when I record from my Xbox or from my DVD player to my Sony. So I kept wondering why I was doing this, why I was going... Well, don't have to worry about that no more because the ILO is dead. Completely adios, bye-bye kind of deal. The ILO is dead. So anyway, my mom wanted me to get another copy for her. And I currently, right now, in my Amazon queue, I have the Blu-ray edition of this movie saved up for later, for like next month or so. But getting to my point, we were at Walmart this past Sunday with my nephew along with us, and while my mom was talking to some friends that she had bumped into, I searched around and I found in one of the $5 bins this fireproof. And I showed it to my mom, and I said, if you want to get it, go ahead. If not, I'll put it back. And I mentioned it was the only copy there, so she decided, she's going to get it. So for $5, she couldn't go wrong with this. And you got to realize this came out what? Whoa, came out almost 6 years ago. But $5, you can't go wrong with this. And it's a good movie. I mean, I highly recommend it to anybody that's interested in these kind of movies. Zara Neiserac, Sean McLean, I do recommend if you want to have a nice dramatic movie, just to watch for whatever, you definitely should get Fireproof. And I do recommend you get the Blu-ray. DVD's good, but the Blu-ray's more, I guess, suited for anybody. I guess, what I'm trying to say is, knowing you, Sean, you like to have the more higher quality version. But, if you want to save money, find this. You can probably find it for $5, maybe $3, depending on where you go. And then, speaking of $5, Mill Creek Entertainment has been releasing, or I guess re-releasing, a lot of the first seasons of a lot of shows. Shows like Cosby Show, Married with Children, Starsky and Hutch, 10th Kingdom, Charlie's Angels, Bewitched, Good Times, Wings, Just Shoot Me, 30 Rock, That 70s Show, just to name a few. Along with these two, they've been releasing them, and at Walmart, and I'm not sure if it's just at Walmart or any place else, but at Walmart, you can get the complete first seasons of all these shows for $5, including, let's say, Married with Children, the first season, all the shows I've mentioned for $5, including these two, The Facts of Life, the complete first season, with the original large with the large first season cast, if you will, for $5, as well as the first season of 21 Jump Street. And here's what's funny. I've had this in my Amazon queue, been wanting to get it. Don't have to worry about that now. Jump Street, first season. It includes the groundbreaking 2-part premiere. Guest stars Jason Priestley, Josh Brolin, Kurtwood Smith, David Paymer, Shirley Fenn, and Blair Underwood. They all guest star here in the first season of 21 Jump Street. $5 at Walmart, not too shabby, if you ask me. And then over here, speaking of $5, usually when these things come out, depending on what version you get, you can either get them for about 19 at the most at Walmart, and sometimes you can get them for about 19, maybe between basically about 16 and $20 altogether. You can get these. $20, $16 individually, I should say. You can get these. You know. And the same go with Blu-ray, but I think Blu-ray is more like the 17 to 24 range. But DVD-wise, you can definitely get these originally individually for about 16 to $20. But I got these all together for $15. And what am I talking about? How about the 3-disc set, the greatest cage matches of all time? That's right, the greatest cage matches of all time. This originally, and this kind of shows you when it came out. Right there, kind of shows you when it originally came out. And here's the set, 3-disc set, $5, not too bad. And they also have the 3-disc set of the Rock documentary they did when he came back, as well as the first 2 seasons of Raw, I'm guessing. But for $5, you couldn't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that whatsoever. But that's the greatest cage matches of all time for $5 out of the $5 bin. As you can see, not too shabby. In there. And speaking of $5, as I say, we also have, and oh, by the way, Greatest Cage Matches, this came out, or was released in 2011. This was released 2 years ago, 2012. It's the 3-disc set of Falls Count Anywhere. And again, there goes the slipcover. There you go right there. It's actually 2 slipcovers. Well, not 2 slipcovers, but 2 inserts, I should say. 2 DVD inserts, not slipcovers. Got that on my mind, I don't know why. But there you go. That's the 3-disc. Right there. It's not too bad. But it's Falls Count Anywhere, 2012, $5 for this. $5 at Walmart. So excuse me. So if you're a wrestling fan, you like $5 stuff, you like multiple disc stuff from WWE, look in your $5 bin. You might find these. And then, of course, speaking for $5, this came out in 2012. Doesn't even feel like it's been that long with this one. And of course, I'm talking about the best of WCW Clash of the Champions 3-disc set. It's really nice. There's the inside, right there. Then, of course, you got the 3-disc on the side there. There you go. And if you must know, it's all gold and everything, and the front is embossed. Believe it or not, it's embossed on the front. It's all gold. Very nice. Definitely worth having in the collection, especially if you've been a fan of these WCW events back when WCW was around. I personally liked watching Clash of Champions because it was basically a free pay-per-view. When free pay-per-views were meant to be like free pay-per-views. I wish TNA would look that. And then, of course, over here, recently, today, what's funny is I had these DVDs courtesy of Netflix for since October, just mailed them back out today. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but that's the advantage of Netflix. You can have the movies as long as you want. So I had them since October, and finally I decided to do something about it. Two of them I couldn't, fab copy, if you will, DVD fab copy, if you will, because they were scratched up, and you could pretty much tell you're going to have trouble with both of them. Or at least I had trouble with one of them, and then I saw what the back one of the second one looked like, and I said, forget this. So here we have We Bought a Zoo. This is my mom's. She likes this movie. She actually DVR'd this movie, and now she has it. And the Blu-ray over at Walmart is about $10, so I might not convince her, but I might get it for her if it's still there next month. It should be. For $10, I'll get her the Blu-ray. This, though, is not too bad. We Bought a Zoo on DVD. Not too bad. And then this one just recently came out about a week or two ago. A few weeks ago, I should say. And it's a movie she's been wanting to see. She even wanted to go to the theaters and see it, never did. And of course, we're talking about Lee Daniels, The Butler. Lee Daniels, The Butler. DVD fabbed it. Now she has it. And just like with We Bought a Zoo, might consider getting the Blu-ray for her down the line as well. The only thing about Blu-rays nowadays is they also come with the DVD. What happened to just doing the Blu-ray? But I guess best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And then as for me, hold on for a second, I thought I had some other ones. Oh yes I do, they're down here. As for me, we'll get to these in a second. We have the Royal Rumble 2014, the Royal Rumble event 2014. Right here. Probably the most negatively received Royal Rumble event overall, except for maybe one match or two. And then, of course, we have Super Bowl 48. Super Bowl 48, which also happens to be the first time I've recorded any show of any kind. Recorded a show of any kind. Recorded a show of any kind on the HD version of the regular channel. You see, basically, long story short, I had to get a new cable box because mine burned out, and fortunately, I was able to get one that has the HD channels that come with it. So I was able to record off channel 708, which is the HD equivalent of Fox 8 here in Central Valley. I was able to record Super Bowl 48, and you can definitely tell the difference between recording it off regular channel and recording it off the HD channel. You can definitely tell, especially with the widescreen or the retroscope, or the retro aspect, if you know what I mean, the retroscope, the retroness, the 16 by 9 deal, if you know what I mean. You can definitely tell the difference. But got that, which is Super Bowl 48. And then here, recently, as of these past today and yesterday, we have, now this is a unique thing, folks. What's unique about this is the fact that this DVD here is courtesy of a few areas, courtesy of a few things. Daily Motion, SaveVid.me, me.me, SaveVideo.me, SaveVideo.me, .me, SaveVideo.me, whatever you want to call it. Any video converter, especially now that it's been upgraded, and Windows DVD Maker. Those, let's see, daily, save, any, yeah, those four areas, those four bits of software, online and offline, were able to allow me to obtain Chipmunks Go to the Movies, Volume 1, plus a bonus episode from Season 6. Now, the episodes on here from Chipmunks Go to the Movies, which I got courtesy of DailyMotion.com and a user there, the episodes are, if I can remember correctly, RoboMonk, Kong, let's see, because there's 5 of them. RoboMonk, Kong, Daytona Jones, Chip Tracy, and let's see, I noticed another one. RoboMonk, Daytona Jones, Chip Tracy. I just said another one. Kong. Let's see, Daytona Jones, RoboMonk, Chip Tracy, Kong. Oh, it's Star Wreck, The Absolute Final Frontier. And then, of course, the 6th one, which is the bonus episode from Season 6, if you will, which takes place after the Chipmunk Adventure movie. And that episode from Season 6 is Alvy's Angels. So, like I said, courtesy of Daily Motion, SaveVideo.me, any video converter, now especially the upgraded version, and Windows DVD Maker. I have that all on this DVD. I know it's a mouthful and it's a lot to remember, but it's worth it. And then, here's the thing, I was actually going to think about getting the $5 Blu-ray DVD combo pack today. But I figured, you know what, I have the DVD now, or at least I have it on DVD, courtesy of DVD Fab. Yeah, a mouthful, isn't there? Well, it's a mouthful then, but I figured, you know, I have it on, even though the Blu-ray DVD combo was $5, I figured, you know what, I have it on DVD now, courtesy of DVD Fab. So I went back and I hid the Blu-ray DVD combo behind the T-shirts, the T-shirts that are kind of like, let me see if I can get this up a little bit, they're kind of like this, the graphic T-shirts with the pictures and stuff. I decided to hide it way behind those walls in one of the areas so that if I decide to get it, hopefully it'll be still there and I will get it. But anyway, courtesy of DVD Fab and Redbox, I was able to get, and DVD Fab, Cinderella, Once Upon a Time in the West. It is Anchor Bay. It's been distributed or released by Anchor Bay. It's got a PG rating, and it's basically the Cinderella story with an Old West twist to it. It's a Cinderella story with an Old West twist. It's also affectionately known as Cinderella 3D because it's CGI. Looks decent. Looks like decent CGI. Not the best, but it's decent CGI. But it's supposed to also come out in 3D. Like if you have a 3D television, you can watch it in 3D. So yeah, Cinderella, Once Upon a Time in the West. And, oh, by the way, it's currently on Stars on Demand if you want to watch it that way too. Go figure. Alright, now let's get to the Blu-rays. I know, a lot of DVDs, right? So you got to equal it out with some decent Blu-rays, right? Well, got some right here for you. This one, of course, is my mom's Blu-ray. I bought this for $4.96 actually. I think it was was it 40? But basically around $5. Let's just say around $5. I bought this for my mom. She likes the movie. She's recorded it off television on a VCR a long time ago. I think it was when we had HBO or something. She recorded it. And she likes to watch it anytime it comes on. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about a movie that even you, Sean, Skip Slip, Stout Man, David Bunch of Numbers, I think some of you guys should be putting into your Blu-ray collection, or anybody should be. Raising Arizona. Yeah, for $5, or just a little below it by 4 cents. For $5, basically, got this movie. And again, I highly recommend, if you can find it somewhere, get the Blu-ray, add it to your Blu-ray collection. My mom, I showed it to her and she got a kick out of it because it's a movie she likes. It is. So, that does it for my mom's stuff. That does it for my mom's stuff. If you will, that does it for her stuff. Whoop. Okay, that does it basically for her stuff. And now to get on to my Blu-rays, and quite honestly, I think I have more Blu-rays than she does right now. But she's got a decent amount. In fact, if I look at them, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. Well, yeah, 7. Anastasia we have as a family Blu-ray, but basically 7 out here in the open. Me personally, and even if it is family, but my personal ones that I'll show with the family or give them a chance to see, I think I have a little bit more than she does. I can't help it. I love them. But don't worry, this family altogether has got a decent amount of Blu-rays now. But anyway, let me see if I can find one. Okay. Let's start off with this one. Now, I don't know if I've shown you this one yet. If I have, I apologize. But if I haven't, we have for $10, this was for about actually $9.96, basically $10 at Walmart, the 2-disc Blu-ray set of The Dark Knight. The 2-disc Blu-ray set of The Dark Knight, right there. I still got to get Begins and Rises to complete it. There's the Blu-ray right there. And then, let's see if I can find anything else here. I'm trying to go by order. Speaking of Batman, I mentioned this in the chat room during the Saturday Night Insanity this past weekend, and I don't know if it was Skin Slip or Stout Man that was kind of saying like, why would you get that? You automatically lose. And Sarah Nizarak, he backed me up, basically saying, hey, what he said about getting it is true, and hey, you want to have it for at least completion's sake when you get the rest of the movies. And of course I'm talking about Batman and Robin. Yeah, I got the Blu-ray of Batman and Robin for $4.96, $5 basically, at Walmart. Not too shabby. And it looks really, really good. And again, it may be cheesy, it's like I said in the chat room, it may be cheesy, but it's worth watching. It's really worth watching, mainly for the visuals, really is. And then, speaking of movies, get these here. We have, for just about the same price as Batman and Robin, I was able to get Fantastic Four. That's right, Fantastic Four on Blu-ray. Still got to get the sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer on Blu-ray. And then I'll have DVD copies and Blu-ray copies of both the movies. But yeah, we have the Blu-ray copy of Fantastic Four. Really, really nice to have that in the collection. Helps out the Marvel collection. And then speaking of the Marvel collection, this is something that I highly recommend to you, Sean McLean, Zara Nizarak, and anybody else that's watching. Skin Slip, Stout Man, Patrick Butler, whoever. This is what I highly recommend to you. Frank Hill, it's Frank. This is who I highly recommend from you guys. Apparently, a lot of movie studios out there, from 20th Century Fox to MGM, Universal, and I think Sony, and Warner Brothers, I believe, are all part of this. Basically, they're all distributing. Basically, they're all in on this own the moment deal. MGM, 20th Century Fox, Universal, Sony, and I believe Warner Brothers, in some capacity or so. Most of these studios, I don't know Disney yet, I don't think Disney yet, but most of these studios that I've mentioned, some of them, from what I've seen, are all taking part in this distributing of movies in a collection known as Own the Moments. They're basically all taking part in these Own the Moment collections. I know MGM is doing it. I think Warner Brothers is doing it. I'm not sure about, again, I think Warner Brothers is doing it. I'm not sure about Universal or Columbia Sony Pictures, but I think they're doing it. But I do know that 20th Century Fox, MGM, and I believe Warner Brothers are doing it. And basically it's a collection of movies, either 2 or 3 movies in one set that you can get at a very affordable price, and you don't have to worry about going out and spending a lot of money to get them individually. You can get them all in one collection at a decent price, in my case $10. And the Own the Moments collection that I got is very Marvel related, is Daredevil Director's Cut, Elektra Collector's Cut, and A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, all for $9.96. And get this, all 3 separate Blu-rays. No double movies or anything, all separate Blu-rays right there. And again, Daredevil is the director's cut, which basically makes it the R-rated cut, which basically makes it R-rated. Elektra is the director's cut, which basically makes it unrated. And then, of course, you have the PG-13 movie of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Again, for $10, all 3 separate Blu-rays in one set. I highly recommend that to anybody that wants to get a collection of movies, but they don't want to have to go out and spend so much to get them individually. But it's really nice to have that in the collection. And then today, because today I had to go out and mail the rent for me and my family, for me and my mom, I went to Walmart, had to get a dozen eggs, of course, for me and my mom, because she likes to cook eggs. If we have nothing, if she doesn't really want to cook after she gets home, we'll have eggs she can just boil or make something out of real quickly. I stopped at Walmart and decided I'm going to go look around. Well, I decided to stop at Walmart because, one, I had to get the eggs, but also I was going to get another movie, and that movie you'll see in a minute. But also the fact that I wanted to see what else was there. And just like I mentioned with Cinderella, Once Upon a Time in the West, the Blu-ray DVD combo, I also hid this movie as well. It's a Blu-ray for $5. I hid this as well in the graphic t-shirt section, if you will, right behind, I think, some of the Marvel DC t-shirts that they have, for $7.95 that is. I had this $5 Blu-ray behind there along with the Cinderella one and Mr. Popper's Penguins, which I did not get, but I probably will get that soon down the line. And this, of course, I have on DVD, but I decided I'm going to get the Blu-ray anyway, and I'm talking about Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword.